In 1 year on this planet, a human being needs about 750,000 calories to around 900,000 calories. Imagine all the foods that you eat in 1 year, all the pizza, apples, tacos, salad, and pussy stacked up sky high. That heap of diverse colors and flavors would make quite the mountain. But what if you could replace that mountain with a simple palate of a delicious carbonated beverage? If calories were the only thing that mattered, you could drink around 4,000 cans of Monster Energy a year and meet your caloric needs. But you would need to be pounding them at an astonishing rate, around 11 cans a day. Here's what I'm thinking. If you chug nothing but Monsters, how long would you survive? No food, no water, no diversity of flavors, just the classic green ooze. I mean, Norman Reedus did it just fine in Death Stranding, so why can't I, goddammit? We all know that we need food and water to survive, but have you ever considered why? If we just drank water or just ate dry food, we would die. But what is causing that? The basic idea is that our body is a giant biologically constructed electrical machine. We are nature's monkey robots, and we need a few things to keep the cogs turning. Energy and water are the foundational components that are required to create all known living systems. Without energy, you can't do anything, and without water, you wilt. Humans die after only 3 days without any liquid to support our organs and various body systems. You could make it 5 days, but anything more than 2 can be extremely damaging. As for food, you can make it quite a long time without eating. A normal person can survive almost 2 months without eating a single thing. You'd be in a lot of pain, and sickness would consume your every waking moment. Suffering would be an understatement for the way that you would feel as your body shriveled away before your own eyes. However, humans can make it even longer than 2 months without food. In 1965, Angus Barbary was extremely overweight. He weighed 456 pounds. That's more than some ATVs. This rotund man started a fast, under the supervision of medical professionals, and did not eat for over an entire year. Not one single piece of food. Essentially no calories, for 382 days. In that time, he consumed only vitamins, electrolytes, and tea. So you can make it a long-ass time without eating food if you're heavy enough. But what is inside Monster Energy? Can it sustain you? Monster contains a variety of ingredients. Let's see what's inside to find out what it's made of. The first ingredient is carbonated water. Carbonated water is like water, but spicy. You pump that shit up with little bubbles of CO2, and that's what makes sodas and energy drinks dance on your tongue. This ingredient is key because, as previously mentioned, you will die very quickly without water. Next we have sucrose and glucose, which are both types of sugar. This explains why energy drinks are so bad for you. This dense food gives it the sweet taste and the high amount of calories you get from drinking it. Citric acid is also inside Monster, and it does not provide much other than a flavor to the drink. It brings hints of orange and lemons to the beverage. Let's skip down the list a few to look at what Monster is known for. Caffeine. Caffeine is the most widely used stimulant drug in the world, and is widely used to give you that much needed boost to make it through the day. A can of Monster has about 1.5 cups of coffee's worth of caffeine inside. Next we have sodium chloride, which is just table salt. Surprisingly, there are 370 milligrams of salt in one can. That means after drinking your daily's worth of calories, you'll be 65% over your recommended daily value of salt. But that doesn't compare to the other problems that you'll face. Next we have a chemical called taurine. Taurine is commonly found in the bile of the large intestine. This chemical is what gives Monster its signature vomit undertones. Now let's talk about the vitamins that are present inside the can. First, we'll start with potassium. You get around 7 milligrams per can, so you'll end up with around 70 milligrams at the end of the day. Doctors recommend at least 3,500, so you'll come down with hypokalemia very quickly. Next, we have vitamin B6, which comes with a full day's worth in each can. It seems that there's no damage done from too much, so in this category you're good. On to the next B. We have vitamin B12. You also get a full day's worth in every can, so you're good on these too. This short list is all the vitamins that you'll get from your new energy pump diet. Here are all the other essential nutrients that you're missing out on. Vitamin A, vitamin B1, B5, and B7, as well as vitamin C, D, E, and K. Lastly, you'll also be missing folate. These are all the chemicals that have been deemed vital for human survival. There are more nutrients that are needed to make you healthy, but these are what you need to survive. So Monster Energy certainly does not have what it takes to replace all the food and beverages you consume. But how long could you make it? Folate, also known as B9, if not consumed, has shown to cause depression, cardiovascular disease, increases your risk of cancer, and if you have children, they're more likely to be autistic. No joke. This is bad, but it probably won't be what kills you first. Vitamin K is essential in preventing you from bleeding to death when you get cut. Without it, all your blood will just flow out. So when you're on this diet, do not run with scissors. Without vitamin E, your body starts to lose feeling. Your arms and legs will lose all sense of touch, and your muscles will become very weak. You will also eventually go blind. You may even get dementia and suffer from cardiac arrhythmia, or irregular heartbeat. Vitamin D is a non-issue because you get that from the sun, so there's at least that. Without vitamin C, you'll get what is called scurvy. Scurvy was all the rage before the 20th century among the poor and the seafarers from around the world. It causes you to be exhausted, have pain in your arms and legs, your teeth will become damaged, and some will even fall out. You'll be short of breath, and you may even develop depression. Vitamin C cannot be produced by the body in any known ways. Eventually, you will certainly die without it. I could go through the rest of the vitamins you are lacking, but I have seen enough. We know that you die around a month after not eating anything. I've been convinced that you might die even sooner. Without the nutrients that you need to upkeep your body, you will be in a weakened state. The stress that will be caused by the sky-high caffeine levels and the pain you would endure just from drinking the beverage would be unbearable. I think you would survive longer if you didn't drink a day's worth of calories every day. The conventional wisdom is that after a month with no food and just water, you die. But if you just sit there chugging monsters for a few weeks, you might die faster than someone who just drinks water. If you space them out, you might live a few weeks longer, or maybe even a few months. But after about 3 months, you stand no chance. You would be in so much excruciating pain. I'm not sure you would have the will to make it past 2 months. It seems like you like my content if you made it this far. Perhaps you should subscribe then. Thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, like if you want to see more. So long.